Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you for stopping by. And if you've been here before, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and activate those notifications by clicking on the bell icon below. So today we're doing another drawing tutorial, and Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I love Day of the Dead or Dia de los Muertos, and it's usually like my to-go Halloween costume. I actually painted like a Day of the Dead sugar skull on this jacket. So that's what we're doing, a Day of the Dead sugar skull. Not identical to this one, but something like that. Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, is celebrated across Mexico and some Latin American countries. November 1st, the day you celebrate the people in your life who've passed. So yeah, Day of the Dead, November 1st, Halloween the 31st. Day of the Dead somehow has become part of Halloween in the sense that people used the little Day of the Dead sugar skulls as inspiration for their costumes. Stop texting me right now. So, yeah, let's get started by drawing. As we all know, and I've done this in my channel before, we talked about Jose Guadalupe Posada, who is the OG Day of the Dead. Everything came from him based on his depiction of La Calavera Garbancera that you have here. He did this way back when, like during the Mexican Revolution, a long time ago. I think it's 1907, 1910. I'm not entirely sure. But this image is what people have used to reference Day of the Dead and what they are inspired by to create their own calaveras or skeletons. So we're going to go through a few that I found that I thought were very interesting by artists that I had no idea who they were. I always like to, learn about new artists. So the first one on this list is Danny Schiltz. And I like this one because it's very clean. I love the white, and then I love that chevron background. And I like how it almost reminds me of a mandala. I love how it's perfectly symmetrical. I have a really hard trouble with symmetry. Actually, the one that I made, it's not symmetrical. But I don't know, I think it's just very clean, pristine, and I love the colors that he used. Here we have Jimziu. If I butchered your name, I'm so sorry. What I like about this one is what they use for the eyebrows. The lettering, the monster and massive, I think that's very clever. And then that the eyes is a record player, that's also very clever. I love that there's birds in there, a heart with the headphones on, the little flowers above the eyebrows. I don't know, I just think this one's very, very cute. The little worm coming out of, the teeth because they're decaying. And the color palette is very harmonious. This one by Ryan Fries. I love the color usage. I love how simple it is, but then I like how those X's are part in the background, part in the skull. I love the mustache. I don't know, I just think it's very simple, but it's very well done. And the colors also have a good harmony about them. And Create or Die, I think that kind of caught my attention because I feel like I'm always creating art, and I will always will until I die. This one by Derek Castle. I love the roses on top of the head. I think that's very pretty. I love the color palette as well. The little spider web underneath the roses. The eyes are very intricate, but this one primarily caught my eye because of flowers on top. Tarika Outer Company. This one, I think it's my favorite because I feel like it's the most original. I like how the shot glasses are part of the teeth, the little jalapenos and the lime as a mustache. I just think that's super clever, I don't think I've ever seen that done before. The maracas for the nose. You have the little guacamole, the cactus, the temple, I don't know, I just think all the elements here before, I don't think I've ever seen in a Day of the Dead Calavera before. But my favorite part was definitely the teeth, the shot glasses. Who doesn't love tequila? And that's it. So now we're going to create our own version. I've drawn some preliminary lines already, just so I don't mess it up. So grab your pencil and let's get started. So I always like to start with the eyes, and for the eyes, I'm going to do flowers like the ones on my back. So this is the center. What's that part called? The center of the flower. It has a word, right? The flowers don't have to be symmetrical. I mean, when I did this jacket, I wanted symmetry, but I wasn't able to achieve it. So if you want symmetry, go for it. But if you don't, no problem there either. So I'm just going to draw the petals all the way around on both. So there I have two flowers. Now I'm gonna create the eye socket, and it's not a perfectly shaped. It kind of goes, there's kind of like a peak right here, then it drops down. So yeah, that's not a perfect circle. If you really want to be symmetrical about it, I would draw it out on another paper, cut it out, and then trace it, and then flip it over and trace it. That way you get the symmetry. Now, since I'm going with the floral theme, I'm gonna make like little petals around the eye as well, but a little bit fatter and wider. So I'm gonna do that all the way around on both sides. And for the nose is a heart. So if you can't draw a heart upside down, flip it over. So now we're gonna draw the head. Boy, it scares me. It's crooked. Once I'm done, I'll trace this line thicker, that way it doesn't look so messy. I guess this is cheekbone. So like a, what's this? Like a, it's not a squiggle. It's not an S. Just a very flowy line, like a wave. And on the other side. Now here you're gonna go down. You're gonna curl around, go in, and then curl out. You stick it in a little bit, almost like a parentheses. And do the same thing on the other side. This right here is like this part. The jaw, right? Now the best way to do the chin is to draw your chin first and then connect to each side. I feel like I messed it up. I like this side. This side's prettier than that one, see, but it's just hard to draw like this. We're going to make the teeth. So there's a line that comes from the teeth to this part. Right here is a line that separates the bottom teeth from the top teeth. To make the teeth is super easy. You're just gonna make letter U's. Upside down U's. I don't know if the actual teeth count is accurate. I just put however many fit. So you can do the same. And I feel like the center ones are bigger and then they get smaller as they go. And now above the teeth line, you're gonna make the same pattern, you know? But it doesn't touch all the way to the edge. And you do the same thing down here. And there you have the mouth. On the head, we're gonna give it some flowers on the sides, like the ones here. So you make a circle on each side. That's the center of the flower, which I still don't know what it is. And then the petals, which I'm gonna make them look like hearts. And the same thing on the other side. I'm so popular today. Here I'm gonna make like a petal design that will be in the center, and then they'll get smaller as as they go up. So then I'm gonna add, you know, like little vines. Which is just kind of like a swirl. They need little leaves. I feel like I want a heart here just so it matches the nose and the heart petals. Oh no, that's a really crooked heart. Maybe another one of these. You don't have to make it like mine, you can add whatever you want. Little swirls on this side. A leaf. But you go in and then bring it out. And then add lines inside to make it like cool. And then you do it again. The same thing, add lines to make it look cool. Maybe more. Okay, I feel like it's in there. Just add whatever makes sense to your design. It doesn't have to be the same. I'm going to do the same thing I did here, but upside down. I feel like this marker is dying. Oh, I feel like I messed it up because I needed to add this here. Well, how rude. See, I struggle with symmetry. It's not my thing. I'm just going to do a completely different thing. Man, that makes me mad. But I did that different there. But now it looks weird not there. Well, they're just going to be not symmetrical. If you wanted a mustache, you can add one there. I think I want another little heart. It's crooked. Now I'm going to do the heart, the flower over here, down here. I guess the theme to mine is hearts. And then little swirls. I think it needs another heart here. Alright, now I'm done. So what I'm going to do now is just retrace these with a better Sharpie so it's darker and then start coloring it. I think this one I want to do color. So once I start adding color, I'll be back to show you. So I'm done. What I did was retrace all the lines thicker and then I just added color. And then I did all these little hearts to kind of go with the theme that I had going. But yeah, that was pretty easy, very simple. Tell me what you thought about the process. Like, there's no right or wrong with what you can put. You can, you know, your imagination is the limit. And for Halloween, I'm going to dress up as the day I did Sugar School. But the thing is that doing it on your face is not the same as doing it on paper. So I have to practice a few times before the actual day. But anyway, that's all for today's video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and activate those notifications. And until next time, happy Halloween. Adios y bye.